We are camping at Jamaica State Park. And here we are, our tent in a lean-to, which is why we like camping here. This is the view we have from our campsite. It's the West River. I can't miss showing this to you. Rocks that someone made, probably, I don't know, I have no idea. Made a tall statue and then an oblong shape out of rocks. I hope it was a kid. The campsite is filled with white pine, and if you can't tell by the bark, the needles on the ground tell you it's white pine. I don't know, over 100 years old. So this plant, can you see it? It has 3 lobes, and between the lobes, it's sort of round. Oh, it's blowing in the wind. It's opposite, which makes it a maple, ash, or a dogwood for a tree. And this is a striped maple. Maybe at some part I could show you the bark, which is striped green and white. And the moose like to eat it. This too is the main species here. The color tells me it's hemlock, a little reddish, and you can see that as I go across. Here's an even closer look of the hemlock needles. Underneath, white stripes. Also, there are many red oak. The lines are going vertical. They have red in them. You see that? And to make extra sure, in this time of year, I can see the leaf. There's a steep path going down. It's a little hard for me, but if I hang on to the trees, I can do it. Here's a better view of what is the West River. It was used by the Sokoke Indians as a travel route all the way up to the Champlain Valley. The area before the brook is filled with plants. All of them love the water side. We have the interrupted fern, which have leaflets that are making sub-leaflets. That's what has those rounded edges. It's a interrupted fern. I found one. An interrupted fern that has the spore cases on it in the middle of the frond. Yep, that's why it's called interrupted. A flower. See how tall it is? The leaf structure is really interesting. 5 leaves surround the flower. And the flower itself is this, I don't know, round shape, wouldn't you say? that has little fine-haired flowers in it. So it's a composite flower. Here it is before it's opened up. I looked it up because I thought you'd want to know. It's called a hemp agrimony. I'm never going to remember that. This time of year, the ferns that look so perfect in the spring have holes in them because they were eaten by insects. That's the way it goes. Here's another shrub. This one is not that uncommon, and in fact, we use it when we get a bite from an insect. It's a witch hazel. Look at the shape of the leaves. That's how I know it. If only I could show you a flower. It's umbrella-like. All the branches here of trees are leaning to get more light. Talk about how quickly things occur. Last night when we came down, there was this beautiful red mushroom that looked like a flower, how it was eaten. And now all that's left is little pieces. We would never know there was a mushroom here. I guess it was tasty food. Look at these roots. We're using them as stairs. Quite dramatic. And at top, there's Cliff. The rock with the quartz has a cleavage in it. I bet it's the roots that broke this open, the roots of those trees. I'm looking for poison ivy, just in case, but I'm glad to say I don't see any. Live animals. Look at those insects. I think they're water bugs, but I'm not too sure. Walking along. This is in flower, this plant. I had to look it up again. Now, why do I have to look up so many things? Because I was a forester in the woods most of the time. That's the plants I know. I looked it up and it's called a white burnet. I'm under the canopy. Look how it's growing right out towards the brook. Its leaves with sharp edges. I love it. Look at the hemlock growing right in with this beech. Mixing and matching. I'm going to end my woodland wandering for today right here. That rock with the quartz in it looks to me like it's smiling. So I hope you had a good time with me.